Most people think divorce in India happens in months. It doesn't. The real timeline is measured in years, and whether you and your spouse agree on the split determines everything. Let's walk through what actually happens when you file. There are two parts: mutual consent divorce and contested divorce. Mutual consent is faster because both parties agree on everything: division of assets, custody, alimony. The court's job is just to verify consent is genuine. Contested divorce happens when one spouse objects, and the court has to settle the dispute. Let's start with mutual consent. You file a petition in the family court with your spouse's written agreement. The court schedules a first motion hearing, usually within 30 to 60 days. At this hearing, the judge asks both of you if you truly want the divorce and if the settlement is fair. Here's what most people get wrong: the court doesn't just approve it immediately. After the first motion, there's a mandatory waiting period of 6 months. You don't need to do anything during these 6 months, but you cannot proceed until they're over. This exists to give couples time to reconcile. After 6 months, you file for second motion. The court holds another hearing to confirm both parties still want the divorce. If yes, the judge grants a decree absolute. The whole process, filing to decree, roughly 7 to 9 months if everything is straightforward and the court isn't backlogged. Contested divorce is brutal. One spouse files, the other contests. The court conducts full hearings on property division, custody, maintenance, everything. Evidence is submitted, witnesses are examined. This can stretch 3, 4, even 5 years depending on the court's workload and how complex the case is. Most contested cases also go through mediation now. The family court appoints a mediator to help both sides negotiate. Mediation is non-binding. If it fails, the case goes back to court. It adds time to the timeline, but often prevents years of acrimony and legal fees. Honestly, courts push mediation because it works. Now, cost. Mutual consent divorce costs roughly 10,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees in court fees and basic legal help, depending on your city and lawyer. Contested divorce. Anything from 1.5 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees or more in legal fees alone, spread over years. Add court costs, property valuations, witness costs. One more thing, the court does not automatically award alimony or split assets 50-50. The Hindu Succession Act and the maintenance provisions of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita determine who gets what based on earning capacity, age, health, and the duration of marriage. This is where contested cases become expensive, fighting over asset division. If you are in an abusive marriage, you have faster options. File under the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act at a district court, which can protect you and award you maintenance in weeks, not months. You don't have to file for divorce first. The single most useful thing to know: mutual consent divorce is not just faster, it's cheaper and preserves dignity. If you and your spouse can agree on the terms, do it. Contested divorce destroys finances, mental health, and time. Both parties lose. If you are facing a family law situation, subscribe for explainers on specific rights under Indian law. We cover family courts, women's protection laws, and inheritance rules every week. Link in the description for more.